So on this middle eight section, this part where everything is gonna go down and then starts coming up again to the chorus and explodes in the chorus. So far I've just stretched it to 32 bars, and what I'm going to do in there, first of all I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna do this in half tempo, so it kind of like slows down to half tempo. So if we're on 146 BPM, we're gonna go 73 BPM, which without changing the BPM, we're gonna go half tempo. So I won't go in there just yet, because first I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna not just use half tempo on this part, but I'm also gonna do this in a relative major scale. In the relative major scale of our scale. So we're working on a minor scale, which is harmonic minor in G. So this is our minor scale, which I already said when I created it. Well, when I layered it down. Our harmonic minor pattern is whole tone, half tone, whole tone, half tone, and then whole tone plus an half tone. And that's what you got here. So one whole tone, half tone, whole tone, half tone, and then whole tone with half tone and half tone, and it comes back to the root. So now I'm gonna show you a way to find the relative major scale, and it's a way that, thanks to these new sequencers era, like Cubase and Logic and other sequencers that we got, these lovely stuff, our keyboard there, oh bastard, our keyboard there, and then our notes here and all that. Thanks to this, it makes it so easy. So all I have to do, and because we're in a minor, we're looking for the relative major, all I have to do is go up 3 semitones. So 1, 2, 3. A sharp major is our relative major scale of G minor. Any G minor scale. A sharp, it's the relative major of G minor. Now, I still have to change this into a major scale because it's still a minor scale. It's the harmonic minor in A sharp, because all I've done here by increasing 3 semitones was I've changed its root note, which is something you can do in some tracks. It works really well. But what I'm trying to do is find the relative major scale of our minor scale. So all I have to do now, and before I continue, imagine this scale on the left was a G major, and you wanted to find the relative minor. It's really easy. Same principle, but instead of going up, you go down. You would go 1, 2, 3 semitones down. E minor, it's the relative minor scale of a G major scale. Right now, I'm on a minor scale, so I go up instead of going down. A sharp. So now I have to make this into a major, because like I said, it's still A sharp minor scale. Now I have to use the major formula. And I will go in depth more with music theory in Psytrance. I'll do a special video just for it. But right now I'm just gonna go through all this. I'm gonna fly through all this like they usually say. So our major formula, it's whole note, which we have. Whole note again, which you don't have, so we gotta make it. Whole note, so our C sharp goes into D. Then half note, perfect. There's an half note there. Then whole note again, yep, whole note. Then whole note again, so this goes up. We have a space, a semitone, and a tone. Whole tone, I mean. I'm sorry, I've been saying whole note. And another whole tone and half tone. So that's the formula for major scale. Now if I show you what relates them, why they call it relative major, it's quite simple. Our pad is muted, just checking. Now listen to our major. They both have the same tonality. And by having the same tonality, we can do wonderful things with it. And that's what I'm gonna do in this middle eight. I'm gonna change everything into its major relative. And then when the chorus kicks in, it's going back down to our minor relative. So I'm first gonna start on the chords. I'm gonna change this chord structure to fit our new scale. So the way I do this, I put my new scale there, and what I've done with the scale is exactly what I'm doing with the chords. And I would do the same with the leads, and I'll probably, if I use one of the leads that we're using in the chorus, that's what I'm gonna do. So let's go up 3 semitones, 1, 2, 3, and let's change the notes that are not in the major, in our new major scale, like C sharp. We got A sharp, I mean, it's there, fine. That's in A, yes, we do have an A in our new scale. We don't have a C sharp, but we have a D. Our C sharp went to D. So, up 1 semitone to D. Now, everything else, we got a D sharp, we have an F, we don't have an F sharp. So let's move our F sharp to G, which is exactly what I've done with the scale. And now let's listen to the two different chord structures. Starting with our minor, harmonic minor in G. And now the major. You could do something like I've done in 1 or 2 tracks of mine. It's having the song in minor, and when you get to the chorus, pass it to major. You could use this technique to do that. But in this track, I'm just gonna use it for the middle eight. So I got to a stage here in the middle eight where I'm gonna need something else. I'm gonna need my effects. I'm gonna need my vocals. I'm gonna need that to inspire me to do this break and to move on to the chorus. So I've already spoken and said what's gonna be happening here in this middle eight section. What's gonna happen in this middle eight section? It's half tempo and a major relative. So I think it's time to move on to our next chapter. We'll do the chorus later on. As soon as we add our effects, when we add our effects, we're gonna do the chorus. Next chapter will be arrangement, will be the structure, actually. Structure of the track. We're gonna structure the whole thing. We're gonna define an A part, the bridge, the B part, and the middle eight section, all those sections. We're gonna define where's what, and we're gonna start doing our intro after that. After that chapter, we're gonna start doing our intro and all that. So it's gonna be a short and small chapter, the chapter where we're gonna cover the arrangement, and I'll see you there.